Hello, everyone. On today's IRS Tax Refund update, we'll take a look at the latest developments with those ongoing tax refund delays, including the release date for the next round of tax refunds scheduled to be released. We also have the latest update from the IRS on the remaining backlog of unprocessed tax returns, as well as amended returns. We'll then recap some of the top reasons why you may be experiencing refund delays, as well as major causes of refund adjustments, and we'll take a look at one tax credit that is forcing taxpayers to mail in their tax returns rather than e-filing. Starting off with the next round of tax refunds scheduled for release, with the next batch of direct deposit refunds scheduled to be transmitted to banks by the IRS on July 6th and July 10th. Now, if you're part of either direct deposit batch, do note while most will receive the deposit the day of, do allow 3 additional business days for it to post to your bank account before initiating a payment trace. For those waiting on paper checks, the IRS will be printing and mailing out the next batch on July 7th. While most will receive within 7 to 10 days, you will need to wait 30 days before initiating a payment trace. Turning to the backlog of unprocessed tax returns, we did see another week of progress as the IRS has processed another 300,000 returns. However, most of the progress came from the processing of paper returns, which is now at 1.3 million remaining. The backlog of e-file returns and those requiring special processing remained at 1.7 million, and it was another week of no real progress made on those. Another reason behind no substantial progress being made is several states, in particular California, are still able to file their federal taxes due to disaster declarations, which means the IRS continues to receive those. For our viewers waiting on amended returns, we did see a reduction of that backlog for a third consecutive week to now 1.35 million remaining. So the IRS was able to process 40,000 amended returns in the last week, but the processing times for these is extremely slow, and the IRS is unlikely to finish all these amended returns until early next year at their current pace. Currently, the IRS is averaging 7 months to process these returns. However, we're expecting longer wait times in certain cases, especially when documentation is needed. Now, recapping some of the common reasons behind those ongoing tax refund delays many of you continue to experience, starting off with tax returns under audit. If you're still waiting on a refund and claim the earned income tax credit, there's a very good chance you're part of this impacted group, and the IRS will request documentation to continue processing that credit and return. If you're claiming the fuel tax credit, expect extremely long delays as a result, which we'll cover later on in this video. A number of our viewers still experiencing delays have been notified that the IRS has still not processed their employer's wage information. Now, this is needed because the IRS must match the wages you reported on your taxes versus what your employer is reporting for accuracy. In a number of cases, after experiencing long delays, the IRS will request certain taxpayers to submit a copy of their W 2 and pay stubs so that they can continue processing the tax return and issuing of that refund. The need to complete ID verification is another top reason for delays in the processing of your return and refund will be frozen until this is completed. In most cases, ID verification can be completed online. However, there are a few instances where it must be completed in person at a local IRS office. Now, if you're waiting on a paper tax return, you're going to be experiencing some of the longer wait times as the IRS must manually enter your return into the system line by line. Also, at this point, 1.3 million unprocessed paper returns remain. Now, as more and more refunds are issued, also continued reports of refund adjustments. Now, there are a couple reasons behind this, and the most common one we saw last year and again this year are tax returns containing math errors. In a majority of cases, the IRS can autocorrect the error and issue the refund without needing additional paperwork from the taxpayer. Some examples of math errors include the incorrect amount of wages earned or taxes withheld that are listed on the tax return. Last year, 17 million returns contained math errors, which slowed down processing times across the board. As a result, since the IRS only has a certain amount of staff dedicated to tax processing. If you're impacted by this, you may see reference number 9021 listed on your refund status results as seen here. Also, the IRS will mail out impacted taxpayers a CP12 notice, which will detail the exact error on your return and adjusted refund amount. Now, one of the causes of those ongoing refund delays is those claiming the fuel tax credit using IRS Form 4136 as seen here. Now, we've been getting questions about this, and if you're attempting to file and claiming this credit, you cannot e-file your return as confirmed by the tax filing status seen here. You must, in fact, mail in your tax return. Now, there are high amounts of improper claiming this credit, and the IRS is thoroughly reviewing each claim. As of this recording, we've not heard from any viewers who are claiming this who've in fact received their refund. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax refund issue. In the meantime, we'll keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.